Well, if you're a fan of violence, you have come back to the right place. I'm Erik Apple here with the Fight Guys. And today, this week, man, this is a guy I really respect. Happy to have him on. New Mexico's finest, no doubt. Austin Trout, thanks for joining us this week, bud.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Speaking of New
Now,
Mexico, I'm representing New Mexico boxing right now.
yeah, you always represent New Mexico to the fullest. And I want to say that this is something that's it's a great, I think a really good compliment. In my opinion, you are the most accomplished and most skilled boxer to jump into bare knuckle. Do you feel like that's what you represent?
Absolutely, and it's a definitely an honor and a pleasure to be the most victorious boxer in bare knuckle. There's been some good names that tried, but I don't think any of them took it as serious as I did, as far as being able to learn and adjust.
Yeah, we've seen some other pretty well-known guys. I mean, Malignaggi comes to mind. He didn't have the most success. I mean, it's not an automatic guarantee to cross over, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, you still got to know how to fight, and there is some little intricacies with the clinch that if you don't or override it, you're going to be in trouble.
Now, obviously, you had great success in traditional boxing, a great record. We can talk about that stuff later as well. But what do you think that makes you a little bit different as far as you being able to bring that success over to this sport?
Um, well, one, I had to hold it down for the boxers because before me, boxers weren't doing too good in the bare knuckle, and I couldn't understand what, but I feel like it's just because they only played on their strengths and didn't work on necessarily some of the weaknesses. A lot of times, again, back to the clinch, the holding and hitting, that's not something we're used to. And even in the clinch, there's a little bit of Greco wrestling, kind of that standing wrestling that's very hard to do if you're not used to that kind of win. So I went to MMA guys, and my Krubo Bob Perez, he's a coach over there in Houston. And I went to some Muay Thai guys because they have a lot of interesting hand manipulation techniques. And I just try to incorporate all that I can to what's allowed in bare knuckle.
That's really interesting. You're the first. I haven't heard any boxers talk about going to study or learn some Muay Thai because obviously Muay Thai fighters have really, really good clinch work.
Yeah.
Um, and how has your experience been with BKFC? I mean, I don't know everyone over there, but man, I mean, you got to be a real asshole not to love Chris Lytle. He's a great guy to deal with.
He really is. I mean, all of them are. Feldman, Chris Lytle, the all the people, Cutman G. From top to bottom, everybody's just been cool. And the first time I dealt with Feldman was actually for PBC. Yeah, he was promoting one of the fights that I had, I think, down in Texas. And so he has a lot of vibes from PBC. It's family kind of oriented, in a sense.
And expand on that. I mean, as fighters, people outside the sport, they don't really understand or realize it's important to feel welcome, to feel cared about, to feel important, not to be just a piece of meat or a no-name fighter to make these guys money. When they make you feel good, it makes all the difference in the world in the promotion.
Absolutely. Like when the promotion goes out their way to kind of make you feel like part of the team, it makes you fight harder for the promotion. And again, ultimately, this is a it's not a team sport. It's just me and out there. But I do have a team. I have my coach, I have my manager, I have my sparring partners. And then if the promotion is making you feel like they're part of the team as well, it just gives you something to fight for.
So I'm going to change it up a little bit and maybe make you laugh a little bit. Were you shocked? Can be honest with me. Were you shocked that they even licensed Diego Sanchez to fight you? Because I don't feel like that was very fair.
It wasn't. In fact, when they when they offered it to me, I was like, "Are you sure?" Because Diego, yeah, as tough as he's not known for his hands.
Definitely
You know
not.
what I mean? But they said, yeah, no. And as a matter of fact, not only are we sure, Diego wanted this fight. He's the one who was pushing for that fight. And so I said, okay, well, under one condition. Make sure he goes through every test that he needs to go through. The EKG, the MRIs, all that. And if he's good, then we can make it happen. And he
Yeah.
went through the testing, and they said he was fine. So,
And that's all they can ask of you. That's all they can ask of you. Now, you've got 4 wins in a row in BKFC. The last fight was a split. I watched some of it just now again. It was kind of an awkward, difficult fight. Can you expand on why that wasn't such a clear-cut win for you?
yeah, and again, so Trinidad Snake, tall guy, right? Long arms. He dropped me in the first round because I was just coming at him straight on, which I didn't do again. I learned from that mistake.
Yeah.
But after that, I felt like he just kept kind of going backwards, right? I had to kept pressing the fight, kept pressing the action, which is not necessarily in my style, but I just kept racking up rounds since he didn't really engage. And every time, in the clinch and the engagement, I felt like I would get the better of it. So when we got to the 5th round, besides that first round where I got dropped, and I still won that round, but it's a 10-8 regardless. Other than that round, I feel like I won every round. So I don't know why we even had to go to the 6th round, which is only happened 4 times in bare knuckle history. Going to that final showdown 6th round, I felt like I put enough rounds in to have won the fight. Regardless, I broke my arm in the 5th round when there was probably about 45 seconds left. I hit him with an overhand, and then I followed up with the overhand because he was falling back, and he ended up leaning forward, and I caught him like right here, and it just snapped my arm right in. Right?
Broke your ulna?
Broke the radial. I broke the radial. So it was the last round, or it should have been the last round. So I go back to the corner, like, oh, thank God it's over. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's not good. And I tell my coach, I think I broke my arm. And he's like, what? So I think I broke my 6th round. We have a final showdown. Second round. I'm like, oh. And when we lined up for the 6th round, the ref says that this round, you win this round, you win the fight, right? Everything else that happened doesn't matter. Win this round, you win the fight. Sudden death, okay? And so I'm like, well, I'm gonna do it one-handed. And I felt like I pieced him up that 6th round with my right hand only. And I was able to secure the win.
Yeah. At least at the end of the day, the right person won, right?
In my opinion, yes. I definitely felt like I won. He felt like he won the fight, but I'm like, look, buddy, you had one good round. That's it.
Yeah.
I dominated, and I pushed the action. Everything you could ask for in a fighter, I gave. I fought like I was the challenger, and he was fighting like he was the champion.
Yeah. Tell me, is there anybody that you boxed in traditional boxing or that you wanted to box in traditional boxing that you have invited or want to invite into BKFC to fight you?
I asked everybody that I lost to come see me in the bare knuckles. Canelo, Charlo, Hurd, Lar, run it, but for sure.
Any responses?
Nah. Matter of fact, Hurd kept it real. He said, "I ain't. Nah, champ, you got that." So
what do you
warrior? I'm not with it.
What do you got next in BKFC?
So December 5th, I got the next fight coming up. It's going to be a title eliminator for the 155 belt. So I'm the 165-pound champion. I'm going down to 155 to go take that belt. It will be a rematch with the man that I beat for my title the first time, Luis Palomino. We're going down to weight. I'm going to go ahead and retire Palomino. He's looking for a reason to exit. I'm going to give him the reason. He just doesn't know it yet.
Tell me about the emotions of training for a guy you've already beat, just in a different weight.
Honestly, this is my first professional rematch.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. It's cool for me. In all my rematches back in like the amateurs, I lost first and I always won coming back the next time. There's only a couple of people that beat me multiple times. And one of them was the 2004 Olympian Vanes Martirosyan. Another one was Danny Jacobs. Who else? I think that's it. So some decent names that got me in the rematch in the amateurs.
Nobody without a decent name has ever beat Austin Trout. Let's just get that clear. Now let's change gears a little bit. You're in Vegas. just what a coincidence. There's a massive fight there this weekend, and you happen to know one of these guys intimately. I mean, your fight with Canelo was such a close fight, really, really tight. I think a lot of people thought it could have gone either way. You had an early knockdown in that fight as well, but continued to really push him till the decision. Tell me your first thoughts on the matchup this weekend.
Man, what a fight. And I want to give everybody all the credit, no matter who handles. If Canelo wins, he deserves all the credit. Don't talk about Bud being small, this, that, there, because I strongly believe that Bud he's a real live dog in this fight. You know, like you said, I fought Canelo. Canelo naturally is not that big of a guy. Our frame are about the same, frame-wise. You know what I mean? He did go up to 175, and he went up 2 weight classes to fight Kovalev and thrashed him. You know, this is what Crawford's doing himself, what Canelo's already done. So, you know, frame-wise, Canelo's not a big guy. And also, at the same time, frame-wise, Bud is a very big lightweight or welterweight, whatever he was. He was really lightweight, 130, 135, but he was a big 135 frame-wise. Yeah. Also, Bud Crawford is very strong. You know, I've seen him manhandle 200-pound wrestlers. I've seen him manhandle all kinds of big men. Yeah, so strength-wise, Bud is strong. Canelo has the experience in the bag, in my opinion. Canelo does a lot of things favor Canelo, but I think it's some of those unknowns that are kind of in Bud's favor. Like hunger, motivation. I think Bud is very motivated to become a superstar, which he felt like he's been deserved. Canelo's already the superstar. I don't know if he's as motivated now. Don't get me wrong. Canelo always trains hard. He's a good, hardworking man. But, when it comes down, if they're both working hard and one has, more of a desire or motivation behind it, that man will have a little bit of an edge.
I mean, I've heard really wild predictions on both sides. I've heard, experienced people say Canelo's got this in the bag. And I've also heard experienced people say, man, Crawford's going to smoke him. I mean, give me a prediction one way or the other.
There's just so many factors. Crawford's style is not good for Canelo. Crawford likes to stay left-handed. Canelo doesn't like left-handers so much. Canelo just had a baby. Having a baby girl right now, newborn, is going to make anybody. It's going to make anybody soft. I don't care who you are, unless you just don't care about your kids.
Yeah, only fighters understand how much your home life can affect your fight.
Facts. So I don't see anybody blasting anybody, and if I had to put my money down, I'm gonna put my money on Canelo because it's going to be a decision. Yeah, I think it's a decision, but I think Crawford's going to deserve it. I think he'll deserve it, but he might not get it.
What do you think about this fight being in Allegiant Stadium? I mean, how good for the sport is this event?
Well, it's great for the sport. This is kind of the fight. I mean, besides Benavidez, had Canelo went to fight Benavidez, that would have been even better for the sport. But needless to say, this for Crawford. This is beautiful for the sport on Crawford's behalf because he's taking that chance to be great.
And he's leveling up with all this, with all these people, all this notoriety for sure.
Correct.
Win or lose, I mean, he's going to be a much more household name.
For sure. And he deserves to be.
And I assume you're going to be there at the fight?
We'll see what happens. I'm training myself, and Canelo fight week in Vegas is something crazy.
I bet. So, Austin, is there anything else that you want to share with us, talk about, promote before we get done?
Well, I just got the fight coming up. I got a gym opening up, Houston Boxing Club. It's going to be in the Houston area, like Cutting in 1960. We'll have a soft opening October 1st, and then a real grand opening mid-October.
What's the address?
So be able to look at that. The address is 6929 1960 FM 1960. It's a weird street.
All right. Well, that's awesome. I hope people can check that out. That sounds really cool. You're opening a gym. Good luck in December. Man, I appreciate you joining us. Also, for everyone, all our viewers, we got new Fight Guys shirts. The best comment will get a free shirt sent to them. Austin, you're the man. I respect you a ton. Thank you for doing this. Thanks for checking out the Fight Guys. We'll see you soon.